Hello, my name's Stuart, and golden middle distance races. Mostly I do 800, 1500 and mile races, sometimes 2k and 3k. Don't often go up to 5k, but in this one we've got Steve Ovett going in 1980. After the Olympics, in front of a adoring Crystal Palace crowd, and everybody expected that he would win, but it didn't quite work out that way because a certain Mr. John Treacy had ideas. So let's just see how it all happened, how it played out.
Ovett, what a range of talents. His personal best at this 13:25. McChesney's gone.
Yeah, so Ovett has proven himself a fantastic range from 800 meters all the way up to 5k. I'm not sure if any other runner in history has won major titles from 800 to 5k. Of course, there are people who might say the Commonwealth Games is not a major championship, but I think it probably is. Over the years, they've had various world records and people like John Walker, Philbert Bayi, so I consider it to be a major championship, not quite the quality of the European Championships, depending on the event. So look at how Ovett's just kind of letting the the pacemaker go, John Treacy. You'll notice that the way Ovett's running there, he's got fewer strides for the same speed as the leader. The little guy at the front really looks like he's going for it. And if you look at Ovett's strides, how much longer his stride is. Same with Treacy. His legs are going faster than Ovett's, but now Treacy had won the World Cross Country Championships twice. His career highlight was probably the 1984 silver medal that he won in the marathon, the LA. He had a lot of bad luck on the track in the major championship. Anyway, okay, forget about that. Here's a home straight. Let's see what happens. It looks here like Ovett's going to win. It still looks like he's going to win. He's slowing down. Brilliant commentating there. Is that Ron Pickering? That was amazing. Okay, we'll have to go back and just have a look at that and see exactly how it happened. So here's the home straight. They're coming off the top bend. See, Ovett goes away nice and easily. He's not in trouble here. He's in control. Now, I think I remember watching this at the time and thinking that wave is a little bit premature because he normally waves sort of when he's a good 10 meters ahead, 10, 15 meters ahead. I think it's a bit premature there. Now he looks over his shoulder. Twice he's looking over his shoulder. Treacy is half a meter behind. He should know that actually he's a significant danger. And we saw this in his 1983 run against Don Page in 1,000 meters at Crystal Palace. And I think he remembered this race because he kept looking over his shoulder all the way to the line. And I mean, Don Page could have nicked that in the same way that Treacy did. But I'm sure that Ovett remembered this race and he kept going all the way to the line. But he made sure that he was aware that his opponent was actually not going past him. Yeah, I mean, he looks over his shoulder again. The gap has widened slightly because he's put his foot on the accelerator. But you can see now he's putting the brakes on and he's slowing down. Very dangerous strategy. That's it. You see, that's what happens. A sort of schoolboy error. Did not run through the line. And John Treacy caught him out like the cunning little Irishman that he is. Well, probably not so little, but you know what I mean. I'm sure that he remembered that with a lot of pleasure over the years, as obviously a lot of people do. And I mean, I suppose looking back, it's quite funny that it happened. And I suppose it did teach Ovett a lesson. He should have known better. In the big scale of things, I suppose it wasn't really an important defeat. Ovett I mean, Ovett was no stranger to defeats. I know that he had that long, fantastic run of victories, but occasionally he lost races, and this is one of those occasions. So I would actually say, it was a bit of a fiasco, let's face it, for Ovett. I'm pretty sure that he took no pleasure from that. And the only thing that I've seen which is probably more ridiculous, apart from the Byers victory in 1981, in terms of another athlete sort of making a fool out of themselves on the track, because let's face it, what else can you say? He came off the top bend, he dismissively waved the rest of the athletes, and he got caught out. He even put his hands up on the line like this to acknowledge his victory, and he got egg on his face. The only time when I've seen an athlete make a bigger fool out of himself was it in 1972 or 1970 European Athletics Championships? I think Alan Pascoe had won the 400 meters gold, and he decided to do the strangest thing during his lap of honor. I don't know if you've seen it. He actually hurdled. He actually tried to take a hurdle that was facing in the wrong direction. He tripped over it, hurting himself badly. Yeah. And unbelievably, he got up and he tried to take the same hurdle again, and he tripped over that again badly. If you're a hurdler, you know one thing for certain: never try to take a hurdle facing in the wrong direction. And I think he gave up trying to get over that hurdle. He won the gold medal, but I'm sure that he took no satisfaction in that. And whether he laughed at that as much as maybe Steve Ovett, as an anecdote, now tells this story, which I'm sure he probably does, because obviously he's a good-humoured chap. Sebastian Coe, I don't think he would probably be telling this anecdote. Maybe he would. It wasn't a bitter defeat. It was just one of those curiosities. And thanks for suggesting this one. I wouldn't have covered it otherwise, but I'm glad that I did, because it's a Steve Ovett race, and it gives me a chance to talk about other athletes from that era besides the big three. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back again with another video very soon. Bye for now.